Hey guys, how's it going? And thanks for coming. I'm Nick, and this is Real Life Money, where we talk about real life and money, because schools aren't, so let's get started. So are you looking for the best and safest dividend stocks in the stock market? Well, in this video, we're going over, although there are a lot of them, we're going over 7 of the best and safest dividend stocks in the stock market. Before we get into it, we got to address the question, what the heck a dividend actually is? I'm not going to throw fancy words at you and confuse the whole situation, so let's keep it easy. When you hold a stock, what a company does when they give some of the profits to the shareholders for investing in them, that is a dividend. So you're technically getting income from the company. It's like you're owning part of the company, because that's what a stock is. You own part of it. So you gain part of the profit. It doesn't matter if the stock goes up, it doesn't matter if it goes down, you get that dividend. But anyway, we're going to get into some examples, because I could read you a dictionary definition and I wouldn't know what the hell that means. So we're going to look at what I'm talking about. So let's just get into it, guys. I use Yahoo Finance because they're great. They have all the information that we need, and that's what we're going to be using. There are a couple other websites that I'm going to be touching on as well. I'll leave all those links down below. You could check them out. So first, we're going to be dealing with AT&T. Everyone knows what AT&T is. They're a provider of telecommunications. They're actually the largest telecommunications company in the world. That's why they are so safe. So you can see here the Yahoo Finance. They have all these different statistics. Don't get too crazy. Just going to be touching on a couple things. First, you could see the chart. I put it to 5 years. And it really didn't change much. That's why it's safe. Yeah, it goes up and down a little bit, but you can see it usually stays within the $34 to $40 area. Not a huge change. Now, you can see all those numbers on the right column. It says toward the bottom, dividend and yield. It has 1.96, and in parentheses, it has 5.51%. That is what the dividend is. So right now, this dividend yield, the 5.5%, that could change if the price changes. This is going to be the longest stock description I have, guys. The other ones are going to be quicker. I got to describe it first. If you own AT&T, you have, for right now, you have 5.5% dividend. So what is that 1.96? That is what you'll get every year for one share. So if you have one share of AT&T, at the end of the year, you will get $1.96 per share. Explaining might be boring, guys, but you got to know what you're looking at. So with AT&T, they are huge. That's why they're so safe, and everyone uses them. It really doesn't matter if you're rich, if you're poor, if you're in a recession. People pay for their service, for cell phones, for example. Now, for these dividends, companies could either pay them out every year, could be twice a year, or every quarter. Usually, they give it to you every quarter. So every 3 months, you'll be getting your dividend. And you can do whatever you want with that dividend. You could either take it, keep it, run with it, or reinvest it back into either the same company or a different one. So we looked at Yahoo Finance, and another good website to look at is Dividend.com. You could see right here it has the AT&T up top, shows you the price, and a little bit down below you can see the yield around the 5.5% and the annual payout of the $1.96. And it also shows you how long they've been paying it. Dividend growth for 32 years, since 1985. And a little bit further down the page, you could see every time they paid out a dividend, how much it was, and you could see that it is growing over the years. So usually after like every year, they do increase it a certain amount. The main idea, guys, is that they're really safe, they're really big, and they've been paying it forever, essentially. That's why it's a good dividend company to have. This is actually going to be the highest dividend yields that we're going to be going over. A lot of people like AT&T because of the high yield. If you think of a savings account, you're getting what? Less than 1%, probably like 0.25%. Versus AT&T, their dividend is 5.5%. Alright, so now let's start moving along here now that we know what the heck we're looking at. Moving on to our second best dividend stock is Procter & Gamble. It might seem familiar, but they have a crap load of products, guys. You're probably using so many you don't even realize. But first, let's look at their Yahoo Finance chart over here. Right now they're around $94 a share. You could see their 5-year chart. A little bit more volatile than volatile means it could go up or down more drastically. But for the 5 years, still fairly stable, and it is up. They're a huge company. You could see their market cap, same column as where we looked before. They're worth around $240 billion. So, you know, a nice pretty penny. But down to their dividend, they pay $2.76 per share. Their dividend yield right now is just under 3%. So let's get into a little bit more into Procter & Gamble. They're huge because they have so many brands. It doesn't matter if you're rich, if you're poor, if you're in a recession, or if the economy is doing amazing. You're still going to need these products. A couple examples are Charmin, toilet paper for the booty. Then we're looking at Dawn, Febreze, Crest, Tide. These are like very basic things that everyone uses. Now another website I want to show you guys is that I actually learned this from, I think it was a book. So I learned that from them. I'm going to teach you it. So the website I'm looking at is Dividata. Unfortunately, it didn't work for all these stocks for whatever reason. I don't know if it's down right now. But for this example, it did work for Procter & Gamble. You could see that little chart has some statistics. Again, you could see the dividend yield to the right and how long they've been paying. So for them, they've been paying even longer than AT&T, of 47 years. And again, another little chart over here, that is the growth of its dividend. So you can see it does increase every year, and it does give you a list of the amounts since the beginning of time. Moving on to another great company, our third best stock or dividend stock is something similar, is Johnson & Johnson. So they're a little bit more expensive per share. Right now they're around $133. 5-year chart, they've been going up fairly steady. That I like them a lot, actually. And their dividend right now is $3.36 per share, or around 2.5%. So with Johnson & Johnson, similar to Procter & Gamble, they have a bunch of different products and brands that we're all going to use. Doesn't matter what the economy's doing. They have Band-Aids, they have baby powder, they have a bunch, it's more pharmaceutical based. Tylenol. So again, huge company, very awesome. They've been paying their dividend over 50 years. That's why they're so safe. All right, so next dividend company that we have, number 4, best dividend stock. We all use them, at least something similar, because we use our cars a lot, usually every single day. You got to put something into it so it runs. So we're talking Exxon, Mobil. They are an oil company. Right now, they are just over $79 per share. 5-year chart, they are slightly down. Oil did tank a little while ago, but they still are very stable just because everyone uses them. Again, you could see their dividend, just over $3 per share, and 3.9% dividend yield. ExxonMobil has been paying very steadily for over 30 years. So next, we're going to be talking about sweet beverages, like myself. No, I'll stop. Anyway, we're talking about Coca-Cola. Everyone knows about Coca-Cola. If you don't, I don't know what to tell you. But Coca-Cola has been around since God knows when. But as you can see, they're around over $46 per share. Their 5-year chart, there isn't slight upward momentum, not huge price changes. But their dividend, they pay $1.48 per share and a 3.2% yield. So Coca-Cola is great if you go into like basically any restaurant, they're going to have Coke products. That's why it's so safe. People are going to continuously drink Coke even if it's bad for you. So we got our drinks, guys. Moving on to our food. It's bad for you. People still eat it. Boom. McDonald's. Everyone, again, knows McDonald's. The largest fast food chain in the world. I'm assuming that anyway. But right now they are around $160 per share. You could see they had ridiculous growth recently. They were hovering around $100, but they shot up very nicely. They pay $3.76 per share, and their yield is around 2.3%. So Ronald might scare you, but the stock shouldn't, guys. They're very safe. They're huge. People have been going there for years. Take their kids there. Go there for breakfast, lunch, dinner, your coffee in the morning, your Big Mac at night, whatever. And then you shove some nuggets down your kids' throats. So that's why this is our number 6 best stock, or dividend stock anyway. Could things change in the future? Possibly, because there is that health thing, whatever, but it's still doing very well. You could see by the chart. But they've been paying around 40 years, and that's why they're our number 6. And last but not least, guys, our number 7 best dividend stock. Definitely very safe, huge. Actually, the hugest company, I don't know if that's a word, the biggest company in the world, guys. Number 7 is Apple. If you don't know who Apple is, I can't help you. So, Apple, around $160 per share. Look at that market cap, guys. They are over, right now, $800 billion. That's ridiculous. But unlike some of the other companies that we looked at, they do have a slightly smaller dividend. They pay $2.52. I wish it was 200. But $2.52 per share, and their dividend yield is around 1.5%. So Apple is actually a little bit different than the other stocks we talked about, just because their dividend only started in 2013. That's only 4 years that they're paying out dividends. However, they are still safe and a great dividend stock because of the amount of cash that they have. It's disgusting. Like, think of a disgusting amount of money. Now quadruple it. That's probably a closer amount to the amount of cash that Apple has. It could be probably at least $20 billion. So they definitely have the money to pay you a dividend, but they're just the largest company that's in the world. That's why they're so safe. And these products are very, very, very popular. So those are our 7 best dividend stocks, guys. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, leave them down below. I'd love to hear what you have to say. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel, Real Life Money, where we talk about real life and money, because not many people are, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.